In this video, we're going to talk about 3 career traps which will absolutely stop you to grow professionally, financially, and personally. Let's go. For those of you who are new to my channel, I am currently working as a technical program manager and a product manager in a fintech startup. But before that, I was working for another healthcare company, and I've been working in United States for more than 8 years now. So I've had several other roles like product manager, engineering manager. I've managed a team, internship roles, and all of that. I have seen so many people make these 3 career mistakes again and again. I've made them myself. So I'm speaking from my experience and from my peers as well. I hope that you learn from this and find it valuable. Here's the number 1 mistake. We stay in comfort zone. When I say we, I am one of the victim of this as well. I don't like changes. We humans don't like changes. We love to stay in comfort zone. I'm not talking about people who are ambitious and driven. So you can skip this point. The first year and the first 2 years is like really exciting because you're learning the business, you're learning your job, you're learning new things and your coworkers, all of that. So it's very exciting. But there comes a time after 2 years typically that your job becomes a series of monotonous tasks. You're just doing every single day the same thing. It's no more exciting. You're not learning, you're not innovating. It's just not challenging anymore. That is the time most people stay in the comfort zone. I'm again not talking to ambitious, driven people. This is when they take action, and people like me who are not ambitious or not driven. I mean, I am ambitious and driven, but I also love to be in the comfort zone. I don't like changes. I don't want to go through this whole series of interviewing, prepping, and finding a new job, referral, and all of these things. So because of all those things, I'm okay with my current job. I don't want to change it. And because of that, you don't grow financially. Number 1 reason, because the more you switch your jobs after 2 to 3 years, you'll start to make more money. And second, because you are staying in your comfort zone, you start to undervalue your skill and abilities. You don't ask for promotions, and maybe you do ask for promotion. That is another way to go, but typically you don't make more money. And because you're not learning and because it's not challenging, you also don't push yourself to grow professionally. That's why I said professionally, financially, and personally. Here's how you get out of this trap. Number 1 is recognizing it. Just recognize that this is happening, and it will be very evident to you. You will stop enjoying your job and it just becomes normal thing. There's nothing new and fancy. Okay, I'm not enjoying my job. That's a trigger. So just recognize that this is happening, become aware of it. Number 2, as soon as you become aware of it, there's 2 options. Number 1 is if you don't want to go and switch jobs because you love the people, you love the company, you love the business vision product, then ask your boss that, hey, can you give me more projects? Or can I own this product? Can I do something different than what I've been doing? Can I own a team? I would like another option you could do if you want to stay in the same companies, maybe switching a team or switching a department. That probably will help you because there's again newness will come, a new team will happen. Maybe they're solving a different product and that's more interesting to you. Just try to bring some form of change, and that will help grow professionally and financially. And hopefully you can target promotion, which is what my second career trap is going to be. We'll talk about it in a minute, but though that's number 1. And number 2 is you have to switch the job. The minute you realize that, okay, this is becoming boring, it's not challenging, start looking for the job. You just have to get out of this trend. You don't have to do it all at once. That becomes overwhelming. The first step is really updating your resume, then updating your LinkedIn, then casually start talking to friends and network and maybe see if you get an interview and maybe interview it and see if you like it. But at least start making an effort to switch your job. Here's career trap number 2, which is undervaluing yourself and not asking for promotion. This is also very often we've seen because, and again, this kind of ties to the people who stay in the comfort zone and they are like someone who doesn't like change. Ambitious and driven people will switch jobs because they are not getting promoted and they will switch jobs and they'll make more money. So I'm not talking to those people again yet. But what really happens is after you get into this comfort zone, after 2-3 years, when you stop growing professionally, when you stop taking challenging, the work is no more challenging, you also start to undervalue yourself. Even though you are providing immense value, you start to undervalue yourself. And also remember, a lot of especially international students, we go through something called imposter syndrome. We think that we are not that good, but you actually might be really good. You just don't value yourself enough. You have this self-doubt. I actually have really big self-doubt, and I go through major imposter syndrome. I'll make a separate video on how to deal with it. But trust me, I go through it just as much as you do. And because of the imposter syndrome, self-doubt, you typically don't ask for promotion. And because you feel that you are not so great, I've not done anything awesome, I don't think that I have those skill set, I don't think I can lead a team, you don't even ask for challenging projects. So again, you are undervaluing your skill set and undervaluing yourself. So try to avoid that trap. Now, here's how to deal with it. Again, every time the step number one is going to be becoming aware of these feelings. The minute you realize that, okay, I haven't gotten promotion in a while, I haven't gotten a salary raise, I haven't gotten any challenging project, I'm not becoming a team lead or senior product manager, senior engineer, etc. Start becoming aware of that. Number two is documentation is going to be your best friend. And when I say documentation, I don't mean like writing a user guide. I really mean journaling every day for 2 minutes or so. Literally, it will take you 2 to 5 minutes, not more than that. At the end of the day, when you finish your day, make this an habit. Before you turn off your computer, before you leave your office, open your notes app and write down what problems did you solve today. What projects did you work on? What was the impact you created? This is going to help you in two ways. I'll talk about that in a minute. But every single day, keep a track of everything you are doing. It's just a one long document, and just add dates to it. Maybe you want to do it weekly. That's fine too. But keep doing it. It will only take 2 to 5 minutes. After 1 year, when you feel that you're not valuable, you have this self-doubt, you don't think that you are like good enough, look at that document or look at that notes and see how much you have done already, how much impact you have created. I did this for myself and I was blown away, and all of a sudden I got confidence. Because what happens when you deal with self-doubt and imposter syndrome, we react on our feelings. We feel that we are not good enough, but it's not really true. The facts are different. The facts is that you have worked on a production issue, you have created an architecture, you have worked on a product which went live, you created a whole program for the process and all of that thing. You have done it. You just didn't keep track of it. So start tracking every single accomplishment, and you can do that by spending just 2 to 5 minutes every day by journaling what impact you created today. Benefit of this is obviously this will make a good case for promotion. So you can go and tell your boss that, hey, I have done all of this thing throughout the year. I would like to get a promotion. Number two benefit is your resume is going to be awesome, because what typically happens is after 3 years, when you start to update your resume, when you want to look for a job, you will not remember what exactly did I do on year 1, year 2, year 3. It's not going to be so fresh in your memory. So if you have this document, you can keep updating your LinkedIn, and also it will be a quick update on your resume, and it'll be awesome. It'll give you confidence to switch jobs easily and move on and grow professionally. Finally, last one, which is my favorite one, not building relationship in your job. I am big proponent of building relationship. Now, ambitious people and driven people, this is also for you. A lot of time we go solo when we start working, and especially there are people who are introvert. And for those of you who might think I'm an extrovert, I'm not. I'm an introvert. Yes, I am an introvert. It is very important that you build relationship, and not just because you are getting like a benefit out of this relationship. You want to build relationship because you're going to spend so much time with your coworkers. Here's like a fun fact. There's 24 hours. Typically you sleep 8 hours. So then remaining is 16 hours. Out of 16 hours, 8 hours to 8 to 10 hours you are working. So half of your day when you are awake, you're going to be spending time with these people you are working with. So why not love the people you work with, and why not build a relationship, and so that way you enjoy every day because you're looking forward to meet with your coworker and all of that. So I would highly recommend you to build relationship, and trust me, when you build relationship, you will have a support system in your job. Meaning, if let's say when right now layoffs are going on, when layoffs happen, then you have someone you can go and talk to, share your feelings, or you're brainstorming a problem you want to solve. Before going to a bigger group, you have a support system. Again, you have your build relationship, you have a go-to person. Hey, I want to spend 15 minutes talking to you. Maybe it's something personal or professional or goal wise, or like you want a critical feedback, constructive feedback. How did I do? And all of that. You have this support system you can go to. Plus, it's a give and receive, right? So you are receiving this feedback and support, but you can also give someone who might not be feeling that great, and you might want to, help and offer them, hey, if you're going through rough time, please talk to me. I would love to help you. If you see someone who's not great, you can mentor them. Vice versa is true. If you feel like someone is really, really good at whatever they is, and that's your future dream role, then ask them to mentor you. Ask them to, can you shadow them and be with them? There is great benefits of building relationships. So please spend some time in building relationship, and it doesn't take a lot of time. People are looking for this. They are hungry for building relationships, especially in the remote world. It's even harder. So spend 15 minutes in a week. Find someone who you would want to talk to, someone new. Get out of that comfort zone and talk to them and ask them about what's their career goal and life goal and vision and family, all of that. What do they love doing, and etc. Build that bond. It's very, very important. Obviously, this is going to help you while you're working, but there is also a benefit when they leave or you leave. There's a benefit attached to it. Now, when I was doing my job search last year, I had 6 job offers. Here's what happened. A couple of them reached out to me because they were looking for program manager, and they thought of me, and they're like, Yudi, if you're looking, we have something open for you. It was just coincidentally that I was open for opportunities. Second, the minute I'm like, okay, I'm ready to look for a new job, I have this group of people I know that they are working in a different company. I can reach out to them. Networking is the king in job search. So I reached out to them, and they all, next couple weeks, I had interviews lined up because of the relationship I built. You might not think that these are as important as I'm making it sound, but trust me, in my last 8 years of experience, I am telling you, these are the 3 career mistakes I've seen people making it again and again. And I don't want you to make it. You should learn from my experience and from all the peers' experiences. It's very important that you don't fall into one of these 3 career traps. There are many more which will come in the future videos. So subscribe, and I hope you found it valuable. If you did, please consider commenting, liking it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep smiling, keep hustling. You gotta hustle every single day.